Family, peace, 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 peace. All right, so I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day, night, depending on wherever you are. Today's video is about self-love and how they will control you if you do not love yourself, okay? Understand that we are all reflectors of one another, okay? Whatever is showing up in your life, it is simply a demonstration of how you are showing up energetically. Okay? If you have this perception of yourself that you have to love people more than you in order for you to receive love, that is a false premise, and that will result in you getting your goddamn feelings hurt. Okay? All right. Listen. We attract exactly who we are based upon who we are. Simple, point blank, period. Everybody that's showing up is just mirror reflectors of you. Okay? You ever been in a relationship where as though maybe you liked the guy more than he demonstrated he liked it you? Okay? I know I've been. Okay. Oftentimes, what you would do was, or what I would have done, I would constantly call, I would constantly drop everything for him, okay? If he was coming to pick me up, or if me and somebody else had plans, I would drop my whole life to make sure that I was with him. Why? Because I felt like he could give me something that I was unavailable to give myself. People will control you if and when you are demonstrating that you cannot love yourself. Okay? Because after all, we are all reflectors of one another. It often goes like this. I had a dear friend, or I have a good friend, and every time the guy who she in a relationship with, every time she pulls her love back, that's when he becomes more available. I remember one of my older friends that I used to work with often would tell me, Dina, you are never going to know what love feels like. You are going to be in your 30s, honey. At the time, I was in my 20s. And he said, if you do not change, you are not going to know what love ever feels like. You know, when you're in your 20s, you think you know everything. You don't want to believe what the next person is definitely saying. And although it's a part of you that may think, well, it may be some truth to this, but you're in denial. Because why? Because your old belief systems is more dominating than you having or thinking you can change who you are and change the results that you tend to get. Is fearful to understand that I could be vulnerable. Ooh, if I'm vulnerable, I often hear people say, if I'm vulnerable, they're gonna take advantage of me. So then you start asking yourself this question. Well, who are you living for? Are you living for you, or are you living for them? Because the more you keep on going after love, seeking love, like, honey, like love is an address. Like, where you at, love, where you at, right? The more you seeking love, honey, the more it is going to run further from you because it is an illusion. We get this concept because of being children. When we were children, we oftentimes would feel like, oh, if I do this for my mother, she gonna love me more. Or if I do this for my father, he gonna love me for. He gonna show up more. Whatever it is. Love is not earned. It is deserving. But the moment you start realizing, I don't have to do X, Y, and Z in order for them to love me. I'm just going to be me. When you are you and you show up with you for you and have a boundaries, then everything is going to change. Why? Because you are doing something different. The thing about life is, honey, I'm still learning, okay? But the thing about life is that everything is opposite. Even when it comes to your children, right? A lot of times, even myself, I know I felt this way. I did all this stuff for you because, you know, being a parent, oftentimes we have been taught to sacrifice ourselves in order for our children to have whatever or whatever it is. And that is the wrong concept, because what that teaches our children, in my opinion, is that they can sacrifice themselves as well to put other people on a pedestal, so that person could give them love or make them the main focus of their attention. And you gotta ask yourself, how did that work out for you? I know for me, I understood I had to change. I had to change my perception. I had to understand that no one can love me more than I love myself. And if I did meet somebody that was willing, which is an illusion because they could only give you what they have, but that was willing to drop everything for me, I know that would be a problem. Because what that merely say is that they have a love deficit and they looking for me to fill that love deficit. That's what they saying, okay? And when you can't fill their love deficit, it becomes a problem. It becomes, after I did all of that for you, right? People have high expectations because they didn't meet their own expectation. And with that being said, honey, I love you guys. Peace.